Hello and welcome to another video. Today's another sketchbook tour. This is Sketchbook 34. This one in particular is an Ohuhu sketchbook. This is in 2019, around that time where they were like super popular. And so I did purchase one. And I've actually used two before. This is my very first time using them. I do kind of like the paper, but it is supposed to be a mixed media paper. I don't think that it's super great for like markers or even drawing on it with pencil, just because the paper is like got this very plasticky feel, sort of, kind of. So it's kind of hard for a pencil to grip it, but I think it's really good for pen. I really like using it for like pen drawings. And I do have like two different, I've got like these dupes of them. They're like called Arctica, just because I really wanted another Ohuhu sketchbook, but I couldn't. They're really hard to find nowadays. Like, they don't sell them on Amazon anymore, and you only can get them off their website, and the shipping for the website takes a really long time, and they're always out of stock. And so I had to buy dupes for them. So sorry if you're like super loyal to Elo, but can I say these were an Ohuhu sketchbook? I meant an Elo sketchbook. But yeah, sorry if you're like super loyal to Elo sketchbooks, but yeah, they're really hard to get your hands on nowadays. And this one is the 8x8. I actually do not like the 8x8 size. I feel like it's too small. I prefer the 10x10 when I get these square sketchbooks. But I do enjoy square sketchbooks. I think I like to go back and forth, because right now my sketchbook is a square sketchbook. You guys know that, and I'm kind of like, I want to go back to 8.5 by 11. But my next sketchbook will be an 8.5 by 11, and then I'll probably be like, I want to go back to having a square sketchbook. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started flipping through it. So like I said, this one is Sketchbook 34. It is from July 2019 to October 2019, which is like a couple months. I actually just mostly use this sketchbook for July, the art challenge. That's Gauleye, the art challenge for July, and then Inktober, I used it for Inktober also. So yeah, it's mostly just art challenge stuff that's in here. And the very first page was a drawing that was going to be for July, but I did not like the way it was coming out, so I went ahead and did it again. I did this one. I didn't like it, but I really liked the way I did the hand, so I tried again and I made this one. And I believe that the prompt for this one was like red eye or something, or tired. I can't exactly remember. But I remember I did like this piece. Like I said, it's not very great for markers. It's got like these little sort of kind of, what's it called? It's got those dots that I don't really like. The speckling, I don't really like that sort of thing, but you know, it's okay otherwise. For lighter colors, it doesn't really speckle that much, but for darker colors, it's got a lot of speckling. This one was not for July. This was a Draw This in Your Style by someone called Isis Villalobos Art. And yeah, I like this one. I like this one a lot. I don't actually follow this artist anymore, but I remember really liking the piece, and so I wanted to draw it. I felt like there was so much prettier. They really got that galaxy effect, and I did my best. I did my best. This one was also for July. I don't remember what the prompt was, but I just put the jewel over her eye, and she's supposed to be like a burglar. This was my first trying to do like lighting, and then also trying to do a little bit of a background. The background's not great. I think the lighting situation is kind of fun, because this is the only part that has color. I mean, this little pink thing has color, and that has like brown, but this is the only part that has color. The rest of it is in gray tones. And I think it's really fun because this is yellow, and this kind of feels like it's yellow just because its proximity. It makes me like, oh, it's actually yellow, but it's not yellow. It's all just grays. I thought that was a fun sort of lighting type thing. This one was another July piece, but I don't remember the prompt for this one. You know what I do remember about this July is I actually was on vacation towards the second half of the July, and so some of these at the end are like not so great pieces. So yeah, like this one, I was on vacation for this one. I don't remember what the prompt was, but I drew a frat guy. I 100% did not remember the prompt. Another prompt, I think the prompt for this one was squid, and so I tried to give her squid eyes. I don't hate this one, but there are parts of it that I do hate, like the little splotches and like the little rings that are supposed to be her suction cups. Hate that. Looks awful. She's supposed to be like in an aquarium, and she's like a little kid squid girl, but yeah, I hate it. This is when I got some new pens and then some pencil leads. I do not like these pencil leads. I don't even remember the brand, but this one's supposed to be Oracle. And so I don't know why, I just kept thinking of like a gym Oracle for some reason. And so she's a gym Oracle, and she foresees gains in your future. I thought that was so funny at the time, and it is still kind of funny a little bit. But these last 2, 3 were all when I was on vacation, which is why they don't look very nice. This is just a drawing of a guy. He's like an elf, and he's like in love. He's blushing. Good for him. I think I like the color scheme for this one. I just wish I sort of kind of had lined it. I'm not really a big fan of the color pencil as line art for my own personal stuff. I think it makes it look a little bit too soft. But yeah, I don't know. I was gonna do another draw this in your style, but then I gave up on it. But I still tagged them. It's bled bleh. Issa bleh bleh. That was what I was gonna do the draw in style for them, but I never finished it. So, this was me trying to I think this is me planning out. I had already drawn that piece for my personal draw this in your style a long time ago, but I think I was drawing it again because I was going to color it again. It's just, it had been a while, so I like to do redraws every once in a while. And I was planning it out. But this pencil I drawn it with really sucks, and it does not erase for shit, so I couldn't go through it in the sketchbook, unfortunately. This was a drawing of a girl, and she's supposed to be a superhero, but she goes way too far. So she froze that guy, she froze a different guy, and she like broke the ice, so he's fucking dead. That guy, she's burning him alive. And then that guy, I think she just burned his face. So she's supposed to be like a superhero, and she technically did stop the robbers, but she's a bad guy. I don't know if this was before I had seen The Boys or after, where the concept of like superheroes who are like also bad guys came to mind. I don't remember. I think this is maybe before that, but don't quote me on that. I don't think that's true. I did watch The Boys. I caught up to like season 2, I think. I haven't seen season 3 or 4 yet, but I watched The Boys, but I don't really entirely like it, which is like, why do you watch it then? But I like superheroes. I really enjoy superheroes and superhero stories. I just don't really like it, the whole edgy sort of, oh, superheroes would be bad guys in real life type of thing. Actually, it makes me kind of sad. So, I do watch The Boys. I've seen 2 seasons, but it also makes me really, really sad. So I don't really watch it that much. This is a birthday drawing. I don't think this was my very first birthday drawing, but I actually cannot remember a birthday drawing before this one. So maybe it is. Maybe I've only done it 5 times. I can't remember. But this is a birthday drawing of me. This obviously was August 14th. And this is the start of Inktober. I don't think I finished Inktober this year, but I did a lot, and I did a lot of planning for them. And I also included the props this time. So this one was horns. So she's got a lot of horns. Some of these are like implied to be scary and bloody. Like obviously the black stuff is supposed to be blood. So it's October, so it's supposed to be like, you know, like scary stuff for these Inktober prompts. So if you're scared of things like that, just be aware. Fire is the girl, and she's like completely made out of her hair is fire, and like her body is like all charred and stuff. Cool concept. I don't know if I like the execution so much, but it's a cool concept. Curse. This is just like a little kid, and he's got a doll that looks just like him. So it's kind of like Coraline, right? Where Coraline had her like little mini doll girl or whatever, and it looked just like her. But the doll is possessing the boy, and so that's why they have the same color eyes. And this is like supposed to be him standing outside of his parents' bedroom, being like, "Mother," or some scary shit. So yeah, that's what that one is. This is Phobia. Sorry, the ink is all grainy because it's old and gross. Ew. I did claustrophobia, and so I put him in this square. I blacked out all of it. And he's crying because he's freaking out. I tried to do different poses for this Inktober, just because I wanted to try to push myself a little bit more. So yeah. Nightmare. And the nightmare I did was teeth falling out. I have this nightmare all the time. I don't know if you would count it as a nightmare, but I always have dreams where my teeth fall out, or there's something going on with my teeth. And so, yeah, I was like, I'll just draw this guy's teeth falling out. And so that's what that is. I did not write the prompt for this one. I think it was light, but I don't remember. I don't know why I didn't write it for this one. Probably because I didn't like this piece. I actually sort of kind of hate it. Probably one of the worst ones in here. So let's just go past that one. This one is texture, and they are holding a rabbit, and the rabbit has a fuzzy texture. This is one of my first times drawing a rabbit, and this is probably the first time you guys have ever seen me draw an animal. It's passable. It's passable. I think it looks like a rabbit, but honestly, I don't draw animals at all, so it's not a very good rabbit, but I tried my best. Blood warning on the next page, you guys. So yeah, be wary. I hate this one because the red that I used, it's bleeding all over. You can see it's all yellow. I hate that. But yeah, this was blood. And she has no arms and no legs. But she's got a lot of blood. So yeah. This one was superstition. So it's the superstition is broken mirror. So I just drew that person and then I went over with different lines to make it look like it's broken, which is so funny because it does make it look like it's kind of shifted around just because of the way I drew the lines, but it's like actually lined up the way it's supposed to be. I just drew the lines over top of the drawing. I just feel like her eyes are pointed a little bit too far apart. If I had just shucked them a little bit closer, they would look like they're actually looking at the viewer and not like sideways. I don't remember what the prompt was for this one. I didn't write it down, but I remember I really liked this one at the time because it was all in shadow, and then like there's just like the one color of the yellow here to really draw your attention to the gloves. This guy's supposed to be getting rid of a body, but I don't remember what the prompt was for that, but that's what he's supposed to be doing. This one, I think the prompt was smoke, but I don't remember. I don't know why. Oh yeah, it is. It says smoke right here. Good. Okay. I don't know why I was writing them after a while, but yeah. She's just a girl made out of smoke. Not really much to say about this one. Like, I like the lines on the inside. But I don't really like the shading, the hatching here. I think this is one of the first times I've actually tried to do hatching. Was during this Inktober, not like on this piece because you saw hatching on the other pieces, but this is where I tried. Some of them were a little bit more ink, like this one, and then some of them I just did pretty much all of it with alcohol marker, like this one. I think I prefer the ones that are just ink because that's like the whole point of Inktober. But, you know, sometimes I was like, I don't know how to get values with ink, so I just went in with markers. But this one, kind of like this one, not her eyes so much, and not so much the hatching, but, like, I like her vibe. There's this one. This is Spinel. I just hate that I used that red because it bled everywhere. I really liked this one when I did it. I think the prompt was, like, forgotten or something, and so the Steven Universe movie had just come out not that long ago, and so I drew Spinel. And she's sad and crying because she is forgotten here. And everything is getting, you know, everything's like withering away because it's been so long and there's been no upkeep. So, yeah, she's sad there. Blood warning for the next page. Blood warning for the next page. This one is Sinister. Again, I used that same red and it's yellow all over the place. It's infuriating. But it's Sinister because you're like, oh no, what happened? They're bleeding everywhere. Again, with that same red, annoying, mechanical. So this is, like, she's supposed to look like a normal girl when she's got, like, the mask on. But it turns out she's actually an animatronic. And I really liked this one for a long time. And I still kind of like it. I like the idea. I feel like the eye, maybe, is a little bit wrong. I feel like maybe it doesn't really fit there. Just because I draw eyes so big, the eyeball behind it has to be humongous. So yeah, not my favorite for like eyes, but it's kind of fun. Sorry if this paper is too crinkly, but I just realized that that other page is too dark and you can see it on the other side. So yeah, I didn't want to not show this one because I actually really liked when this one came out. This one is, I don't remember what the prompt is, but I drew Lady Justice. So she's got the scales, she's got her sword, and she's got her eyes covered. And I really like this one. I like the shape of her body. I really like the way that I did her dress. Not so much her hands are ass, but if you don't look at the hands, the rest of it's pretty nice. So yeah, I like that one a lot. Another blood warning on the next page. Like I said, these were Inktober prompts, so it was October, so I wanted to draw things that were scary. So another blood warning. Sorry, you guys. I tried to do something with a little bit more lighting again. I just kind of wished that maybe his head was tilted forward a little bit more so that way this would line up to where he's looking, not be like up and down like that. But you can see where you add the lighting, you can actually see that this is blood and his leg is being crushed. His leg does not look like it's being crushed, but it is being crushed underneath the thing, and he's like stuck because he's like spelunking or something. I don't know. He's doing that thing where you go into caves. Could not be me. You would not catch me fucking dead in a cave, you guys. So unsafe. And then, like, there was that story of that guy. He got, like, stuck, and he couldn't move, and he just suffocated until he died. Like, no. Why would you go in there? So this is like, what's it called? A warning. Don't go into caves. Send like a little camera in there and then we can see the caves. I don't know why people want to go personally into a fucking cave. But not for me, not for me. This one was wet, so I drew a siren. And she's like coming out of the water. It's a little spooky, but not really. One that I didn't finish. This was supposed to be the prompt for demonic. I had done an angel piece before. You guys saw that in like a different sketchbook tour. But yeah, this was supposed to be like the counterpart. The prompt was demonic, but I never did anything with this one. I was like, it's probably, I think I didn't do it because it was going to take me too long. And so I pivoted to something else, but I can't remember. This one is for static, and they're a TV head person, and their head is all static. And they're like freaking out because their head is static. So yeah. Not really much to say about that one. This one was for feather. I had no idea what to do for feather, so I just drew feathers. It was either feather or it was light. But I did not know what to draw at all, so I was like, I'll just draw some feathers. And I think these are actually kind of nice feathers. They don't look terrible. They look like feathers, so that's good. But also I needed a reprieve because I was trying to do like full pieces every day. I had sketched them out beforehand, but some of them I didn't, and I was doing them all in one day so I can get them posted daily. And so I needed a reprieve, and so I was like, I'm just drawing some fucking feathers. This one was for squish, and so someone is just squishing her face. She just got a squishy little face. But I thought that was cute. This one was for cryptid, and so I drew Mothman, but he's like a modern guy. I feel like modern Mothman is like something that is like pretty standard now, like drawing cryptids in like modern clothing. I feel like people do that all the time. So I just drew one as a Mothman. I think it looks cute. So yeah. It's so funny because all the ones that are not supposed to be scary, I made them scary. And the one that is probably supposed to be scary, I was like, what if I just made him a guy? I don't know what that is. Honestly and truly, I don't know. Let's move past that. I don't remember what this one was for. But I like the concept of it. She's like freaking out because I guess it's supposed to be like her inner demon or something. And it's like taunting her and she's like covered her ear so she doesn't have to hear it. But it's always going to be there because it's part of her. I think that's what that's supposed to represent. This one is chained, I think. And so this person is chained underwater and she's drowning, obviously. I should have put her in like full on clothes. So that way it's not like she went swimming and then someone decided to throw her in, like to chain her up underwater or something. I don't know what the vibe is here. But yeah, I wish I put her in clothes. Other than that, I kind of like this one. I like this one for a while. I don't know why she's chained there, but she is. A blood warning on the next page. Blood warning, you guys. This one was for teeth. Why did I not draw that guy's teeth falling out of his head for this one? Why did I do this one for teeth? I don't know. I just did. So yeah, this lady, I think the idea behind this one is that she was a person, and then she sort of kind of got infected by this parasite and it like took over her body, and so now she's like, then her tummy is like the teeth and it goes around and eats people. Or it was never a person, right? And it was always this parasite thing, and it just disguises itself as a person, and when it gets close, it opens up and eats them. I don't actually remember what the idea was behind these, so yeah. It was one of those two. Can't remember. This one, the prompt was sharp, and so I drew her with a quote-unquote sharp gaze. She's looking meanly. I was brainstorming ideas here, but all I came up with was sharp gaze, and then tried to do something with a knife, and I was like, no, I don't want to do anything with a knife. So this one's just a simple one. This was also going to be for a prompt, but I didn't like it, so I scrapped it. Don't remember what it was, though. This one was for detailed, and so this was right when I was starting to get into more of Decora Key stuff, and so I wanted to draw a Decora Key witch. She's not very Decora Key at all. She needs a lot more stuff. She's got bracelets and like stuff around her face and like a necklace and another bracelet, and she's got these things and all the ruffles and like a bow and stuff and like a thing on her hat, but she could have so much more stuff, you guys. She could have so much more stuff. But I needed to get this done fast, so I was like, keep it simple. A little bit detailed, but mostly simple. So yeah, she's supposed to be a Decora Key witch. This one was for old. And they're at a funeral because their fucking parent died, which is kind of fucked up. But that's what the prompt was supposed to be. That's how I was interpreting the prompt. But I could not finish this on time because it's got 5 fucking people in it. Oh my god. So yeah, I never finished this one. I mean, it was coming along well. Like, the little kid looks cute, and the kid doesn't know what's going on, but that guy is crying, and she's comforting him, and he's not crying, and she's like, oh, I'm so sad that he's can't express himself because his parent died or whatever, but she is crying and stuff. The kid's like, I don't know what's going on, but I think the kid looks cute. But yeah. This one was supposed to be for a monster. And so there was supposed to be like monsters coming out of everywhere. Like there's a monster outside, there's a monsters under the bed. There was gonna be a monster coming out of a closet. But I never finished it. It was too ambitious for me. So yeah. And I think that's the rest of the Inktober stuff. Yeah, I think so. This is that girl. You guys saw me redraw this piece. Well, you saw me post a redraw of this piece that I drew like 2 years ago, but that was the original one. I think she's cute. I still think she's cute. There's problems with it, obviously, which is why I redrew it, and this was me planning it out. This one is so ugly, but yeah, this one is much better. It's okay. It's just a thumbnail drawing, so it's allowed to be ugly. But I still can't help but think it's super ugly. This was a drawing I never finished. This is a drawing of Faust. Faust is one of my mutuals on Instagram. This is her OC. Her name is Fishfinity. Follow her because they're great. But yeah, this was their OC. He's like a time traveler. He's like a reaper. He did a lot of stuff. And I did not do his design justice at all, so. A drawing of a girl. I probably would like this more if it wasn't purple stripes in the background. Like, what the fuck is going on there? But honestly, I don't really like it at all. It's an okay drawing, but the color palette is disgusting to me. A drawing of an elf, and I never finished it. Oh yeah, I did. I redid it right here. A drawing of an elf guy. He's got blood on his mouth though, so blood warning, you guys. Sorry about that. It's not that much though, so don't. It could not be blood. He could just be a messy eater. Some drawings. I don't think this is supposed to be Hope. I don't think so. But maybe. But I don't think so. Because at this point in time, I wasn't drawing his ears all pointy like that. I don't know who this is supposed to be. Just some random elf guy, I guess. Some more little simple drawings. This one's, oh my gosh, I don't even know what's going on there. A drawing of a lady, and she was going to be bald and have these earrings and have elf ears, but I never finished it because I wasn't liking it. Some more simple drawings. A Spider-Man, a Deadpool, very vague ones. A witch doctor? Never went anywhere with that. I don't know. I actually toyed around with the idea of a witch doctor, I guess, but I never really drew a witch doctor before ever. Some little doodles of, I think, drawing with waffles. She had, like, something. She's, like, try to figure out what to draw just by, like, thinking of random words. And so I was like, apple head. And so I drew this little girl, and she's got, like, a big-ass apple head. But I didn't go anywhere with it. I think this is a cute sketch, though. I think that's really cute. A drawing of a guy I never finished. He's supposed to be, like, an elf guy or something. And that is the last drawing, you guys. Yeah. Like I said, it's the ELO sketchbook. So that is the end of the video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. This is actually one of my fuller sketchbooks, just because I was using them for art challenges. And so for art challenges, I do actually try to finish all of them, or I try to get as far as possible as I can with them, just because that's like the whole point. If you're ever struggling with what to draw in your sketchbook, just check out what art challenges they have going on Instagram, because I promise you, no matter what month it is, there's something going on. So yeah, thank you so much for spending this time with me, you guys. I will go ahead and see you in the next one. Bye!